After losing in the FA Cup, third round last time out to Brighton, the Premier League side Brighton. Today we're back into cup competition in the FA Trophy as we try and go further in this competition than we did last year. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode number 34 From the Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, a Braintree in the FA Trophy, fourth rounder. And we have a draw for the fifth round coming up very, very shortly, because it's one of them peculiar things that we're actually playing after the draw is made. I think it's because it was postponed. It was supposed to be played on Saturday. Of course, it was in the last episode, but got moved because of a waterlogged pitch. So hence it's got moved out, and we're playing it today. And then we play Borehamwood in the Vanarama National League match day 27. So that coming up in the episode as well. We've got a couple of bits to tell you before we move on. We've dipped into the transfer market again. We've brought in what have we brought in? Do you know, it's a while. Yes, a central defender. Willie Healy. That's a bit of a mouthful, that. Willie Healy. We brought him in. He's come in from Portsmouth, so also where Spurway comes from. So we've brought him in on loan until the end of the season. He's currently National League North-South. So he might not fit. We just want him as a little bit of backup, really. He's our fourth best defender behind Ransom, Spurway, Blythe. Yeah, just thought we'd sort of bring him in and yeah, see what we can do. He has potential to be League One standard, so gives us a chance to have a look at him as well. Maybe he will grow into the role, a bit like Spurway did. So that's been happening. If we go backwards, I don't think there's anything happening and going out. Nope, nothing going out. So Willie Healy is in. So that means that we have the draw for the fifth round of the FA Trophy. That's because we played the third round of the FA Cup. We'll have that next, but don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. And also, you can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at JustOffside2. Right, let's have a look at the draw then for the fifth round. Who will we play if we can get past Braintree? And thank you to Future Mark. And the draw for the fifth round of the FA Trophy before we play Braintree in the fourth round. So it's one of those occasions again when we're playing a little bit later than the draw, which means that we know who we're going to play if we can get past Braintree in this first game of the episode. Let's have a look and see who we will play against then. There are 18 teams in the hat for 8 matches to be drawn. So this is the thing. We are one of the teams that are still on there, of course, with an either or. So let's get underway. Chesterfield are first out. They will play Maidstone United of the Vanarama National League South. Southend or Ebbsfleet will play Gateshead. Wealdstone will play Peterborough Sports of the Vanarama National League North. Also of the Vanarama National League. I'm not going to keep saying Vanarama. The National League North, St Albans City will play of National League Bradford City. Bromley of the National League will play Hartlepool of the National League. York will play Eastleigh, both of the National League, of course. And we're out. We've got a home tie if we can get past Braintree. And we will play Yeovil Town if we get past them. And the final draw Kidderminster will play Havant and Waterlooville. So National League North playing the National League South there. So that is the draw for the 5th round. We're going to be playing Yeovil if we can get past Braintree. We've got to get past Braintree first. And of course it won't show up on there just yet because we haven't gone past the 4th round. If it does come up, it's going to come up where Yeovil Town already is. So be playing Yeovil Town on the Saturday that would have been playing Yeovil Town. The only difference is they'll be at our place as opposed to their place. That's assuming, I presume that game will get cancelled anyway because Yeovil Town, I think, have won through. We can find them in amongst this lot. Where are we? I can't see them on this list. Why can't there we are right at the top? Look, Yeovil Town beat Welling United by 2-1, so they will be, even if they play Braintree, it'll happen on that Saturday or there or thereabouts. So that game will come out of there in due course. Right. With that all said and done then, I think there's not a great deal else to tell you. We're just checking on the National League. I don't think there's a great deal been going on in there since you were last with us. We do have a game in hand over a majority of the teams around us at the moment. That game in hand, I think, is the York game. Chesterfield have played 26. They're top on 60 points. Bradford City are second on 59, but they played a game more. We are third on 52, which could close the gap if we win that game in hand. We'll close the gap down to 4 points over Bradford City, 5 points over Chesterfield. And then Solihull Moors are in 4th, but they played a game more than us as it stands at the minute. And then come Barnet on 50, York City on 47, Halifax Town on 45, and Scunthorpe, Kings Lynn Town, Dorking and Woking in that drop zone at the moment. And as I said, there's a little bit of a gap there. If you take into account Borehamwood have a couple of games in hand, albeit they'll need to be picking up very quickly if they're to avoid that drop. And at the moment their form doesn't look too fantastic, albeit Scunthorpe's seems to have picked up a little bit. More on that at the end of the episode, of course. But today it's first up the FA Trophy 4th round against a Braintree at the Cressing Road Stadium. We've played them 4 times in this series so far, only managed to beat them once. That was at the Bob Lucas in the Vanarama National League South season before last, in fact. 4-2 win on that occasion. We've played them at their place twice, losing on both occasions 2-1. And then we have played them away. They played them our place last time in the Vanarama National League South last January, losing to them 4-2 on that occasion. So I think they've since moved to the Vanarama National League North, if my memory serves me right. They have, in which case, and currently they're 16th in there. Their form in there hasn't been particularly good. They've lost the 2 and drawn the other 3 of their last 5 matches. So that's what's coming up in our first game. Let's go and just have a quick check-in. They have a couple of players. They have one out suspended, Keto Kayawaya, and Kai Bilton is out or is doubtful with pulled ankle ligaments. We have a full quota of players to choose from. Let's go and have a look at the team then that faces Braintree in this FA Trophy 4th round. And here is the team that faces Braintree in this Isuzu FA Trophy 4th round. Armstrong in goal, Vincent, Blythe, Ransom and Prescott the defensive line, Stanton, Morris and Petit in midfield, Casey sitting behind Peters and Evans. Up front, Slade, Linton, Knight, Palfrey and Cooper make the bench. And here we are. As I said, they've lost 2 of their last 5, drawn the other 5, playing a flat back 3 today with 2 wing backs. And we lost just the last game, which was the game against Brighton. Alexander throw in for Braintree. And it's a poor ball. Peters is there though. Evans and Vincent as we look to come forward with this ball. That's Vincent, a very poor ball. Oh, and Blair's gone round his man. It's come back off the post and Ransom clears it away. Two very poor balls. Vincent there just not watching what he was doing. And luckily coming back off the inside of the post. We have a free kick, 26 on the clock. Peters swings it in. It is cleared and it's forward. But Peters getting in there, thwarting the attack for the moment. But Blackwell gets around him a second time. And they're looking dangerous. He crosses this ball in. We're in trouble. And yes, there you go. Aaron Blair, the man who hit the inside of the post last time out, has got them the lead after 27. And maybe we won't be playing Yeovil Town after all. Poor. In fact, it's come off the defender in the end, I think. Blythe. They have a thrown on that far side. Williams, Payne, back to Williams. Cross deep. Vincent heads it out. But only as far as Alexander. And they come on an attack again. And again, if they cross this ball in, we're going to have to be careful. But managed to force him back for now. Oh, that was lucky. Armstrong completely mishandled that. Got away with it. It's gone for a corner, though. It would have been one of those bizarre things that it come out and somebody had put it away. Blackwell with the corner, but defended. Half-time has arrived and really didn't get into that game at all. Did we? 2 shots, 1 on target against theirs, 6 and 2. We're 0.26 against 0.79 on the XG. We have had 59% of the possession against their 41. We need to be better in the second half. They have a corner. It's all Braintree at the moment. Quantrell. And headed over the top. Prescott with a throw in. 54 on the clock to Petit. Petit comes away with it. Morris. Cross back in by Petit. It's headed away. Vincent will come out for it. Vincent to Blythe. Blythe back to Vincent. Vincent now tries to come forward, looking to try and get this ball into the area. Cross it in. It's not anybody there. Prescott, though, will have a go. Prescott creates a bit of space and it's gone in. Got a deflection, I think, but his second goal of the season. And Alfie Prescott gets us level on 55 minutes. That's a bit more like it, but a little bit of luck falling in there. Vincent's cross was deep and Evans not getting on the end of it, but Prescott really just sort of like muddled himself around and it took a deflection off of the defender into the back of the net. Highlight from kickoff. And Braintree get us underway again. And as is usual, goes one of two ways. Vincent getting in. Casey. Evans. Are we going to get too quick here? But Evans gets tackled and loses the ball. Vincent cuts that one out. Headed down by Morris to Stanton. And punted forward. Nobody there. It's ping pong at the moment. Ransom. Prescott. Prescott comes forward. Prescott. Oh, poor ball into midfield. And now we're under pressure. Man in the middle. Man in the middle. There it is. He's just put it wide, though. Caught. And the focus of attack changed very swiftly there. Luckily, not getting on the end of it. And with 65 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this juncture in time. Bryn Morris has come off. He was having a poor day. And he's been replaced by Joe Knight. Stanton dropping into that defensive midfield role. And we've also taken off Liam Vincent, who I wasn't impressed with today. And we've brought on Josiah Linton on that left side as we go looking for a goal to win ourselves this game. And on 79 minutes, our final change. Cam Cooper has come on in place of Amika Peters as we try and find a breakthrough up front. And I wasn't expecting that. It goes to penalties, apparently. And so we got to look for penalty. We haven't got penalty takers on the pitch. Look at this. Penalty 9, Kieran Evans. And then it's Cam Cooper 4. Ransom 4, Blythe 4, Chris Stanton 3. So, yeah, it's not good, is it? We'll sort this out and we'll be back in just a moment. Here we are then, penalties. We are taking the first one. It's Kieran Evans taking the first ones and the goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Alexander steps up. Armstrong. Need him to make a hero of himself this evening. And it hasn't. It's gone in the corner. It's 1-1 after 1. Cam Cooper steps up next. Cooper sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's a good goal. Blackwell for Braintree. And he saved it. Armstrong has saved it. And it's a 2-1 after 2. Ransom steps up. Need him to put this one away. Keep the advantage up. Oh, he's got. Oh, that was lucky. Well, I haven't seen that before. In off the post, across the line, goalkeeper the wrong way. It's gone in. Payne, and he's down the middle. It's 3-2 after 3. Blythe needs to put this away, and he has. It was very deft how he put it away in the end, but he put it away, and we still have that advantage. Armstrong, can he do some more heroics? Orgy is next up for Braintree. No. And Armstrong thinking it was going to go low. It went high. 4-3 after 4. We just need to put this one away. And we have secured a place in the 5th round. If we don't put this away, it's down to the last one. Stanton steps up. And he's put it away. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And we've won 5-4 on penalties. After really what was, to be fair, a poor match. I mean, we dominated possession, but that was about all. 7 shots, 3 on target. Didn't do a lot in that second half. 0.82. They had 13 shots, 5 on target. 1.89 and 39% of the possession. We've managed to get through to a 5th round tie against Yeovil, but by the skin of our teeth. And confirmation of that win in the FA Trophy. Penalties, we scored all 5 of ours, but that save by Armstrong from Blackwell meant that we had the advantage, and all we had to do was to just keep scoring, which we did, and we've managed to get past them on penalties. So, yeah, that was lucky, fortuitous, shall I say, which means that we do have a 5th round tie against Yeovil. And as expected, the Yeovil Town match has been rearranged, which means we've got back-to-back games against them. The Yeovil Town game goes forward in time, and we'll play them on the Tuesday at their place, and then they'll come to our place on the Saturday. So we'll know what we've got a deal with, so to speak. I'm not sure which way round we're going to do this. I think probably we're going to have Yeovil Town and Chesterfield, because Chesterfield near the top. We'll play the Yeovil Town. So it's looking like at the moment, filed an older shot in the next episode, then Eastleigh offline, then it'll be Eastleigh and Yeovil Town offline, and then we'll come back for Yeovil Town and Chesterfield as we try and get ourselves into how does it go? Does it go quarter-finals next, I think? So trying to get through to there basically, while keeping going in the National League. Talking about the National League, we have our next game coming up, another away game. We're away to Borehamwood. We've got to play better than we did against Braintree. And here we are to match day 27 of the Vanarama National League. And it's a match against Borehamwood, currently 20th place, sitting on the trapdoor. And we have played them once this series so far. Beat them 3-0 at Bob Lucas earlier in the season, back in August. Joe Knight, Mika Peters, so we're 2 up after 7 minutes, and Spencer Spurway after 18 minutes. Something you don't see a lot of. A clean sheet we had there as well. Things have changed since then, needless to say. So that was earlier in the season. The current status of play is that they have lost 3 of their last 5, won the other 2. Interesting fact is, I must have been looking at the wrong thing just now, Because I was looking at the wrong thing. Goodness me, what's going on here? Hang on. Let's get this up. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. Oh. What is going on? Why is it doing it? There we go. Just pulled that up, and Borehamwood, you will see that the last 5 games that they've played, they've won 2 of those last 5, and the 2 that they've won, they've beaten Solihull Moors and Barnet, both clubs who are currently in 4th and 5th. So that doesn't bode well. They couldn't beat Dagenham Redbridge, who are 15th. They couldn't beat Scunthorpe, who are 21st, just below them. And they couldn't beat Southend, who are 10th. But they've beaten the 4th and 5th place sides just recently. And that doesn't bode well for us, does it really? So we're going to need to make sure that we secure this. Of course, we're on a 5-match unbeaten at the moment, and we want that to continue. So that's what it's looking like for today's thing. We just look at the table quickly then, because some matches have been played, I think, since we were last with you. Aldershot Town beating Altrincham, Dorking losing to Hartlepool, and Eastleigh beating Dagenham and Redbridge. Doesn't change a lot at the top, to be fair, so I think we'll just focus on it at the end of the episode. Let's go and have a look at the team then that faces Borehamwood in Vanarama National League Match Day 27. It's another away game as well. And here is the team that faces Borehamwood in this match. Armstrong in goal, and Linton Healy making his debut for us in defence alongside his teammate as from Portsmouth, Spurway. Davis out on the right. Bolton, Solanke and Knight make the central midfield. Evans is he's dropped back into the shadow striker role. He sits behind Peters and Cooper. Up front, Blythe, Prescott, Stanton, Casey and Melvin Lambert make the bench. So here we are at Borehamwood, and they're playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. We'll play our usual formation. We are currently 3rd on 52. Borehamwood 20th on 20 points. Minutes, nearly 25 minutes in. It's a highlight for Borehamwood. They cross this deep, but Linton gets it clear, but not that clear. And a good save by Armstrong, gets down, and a very strong hand puts it round for a corner. McManus taking the corner. It's swung in. Solanke heads it back out, but it's chipped back in. Bolton brings it down, but again, it's only cleared upfield. Davis with a throw in. Throws into Cooper. Cooper. Spurway. Solanke, who's picked up a yellow card, I notice. Solanke, Spurway. Spurway to Davis. Not making much inroads here. Davis has been tackled, lost the ball, and we've given it away. And we need to be careful. What's going on here? Oh, just wide. In fact, it was a save again by Armstrong, who's doing a wonderful job at keeping them out so far. Rough. I've said the wrong words now, haven't I? This is the death. I know, it's headed over the top. And half time's arrived, and well, we've had a sort of mediocre first half, really. They've been quite potent. 12 shots, 7 on target, 0.88 on the XG. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target, 0.59 on the XG. We've had 57% of the possession though against their 43, and we need to start making that possession work for us. And a highlight from kickoff. Omar Taylor-Clark comes on for Borehamwood. I think he's a stalwart of a previous save in a previous Football Manager as well. Healy then on the ball. Spurway. Out to Davis. Davis finds Cooper. Cooper puts it in the path of Evans, who puts it away in the back of the net. And on 46 minutes, we take the lead. His 7th goal of the season. And that's a bit more like it. A bit of a talking to at half-time. Seemed to have the right and desired effect. Spur way out to Davis. Davis, very quick movement. Cooper through the legs of the defender. Evans getting himself in a position. Right angle, puts it away. Davis, Linton standing behind him. I'm not sure why Linton is standing behind him. We'll check that out in just a second. Linton's still off the pitch. He's come on now. I'm not quite sure whether he was injured and he went off for whatever reason, but he's come back on. But Manis has it on that far side. Abraham. And we need to cut this out. It's crossed deep. Hendy Haley heads it away. It's a good header, but Taylor Clark picks it up. And he'll cross it back in again. Oh. Still alive for them. Need to really get grasp of this. Rufford, he's gone in. Straight through the arms of Armstrong. And they're level on 66 minutes. Ruff, the scorer. And it was attack after attack coming in. McManus swings this one in deep. And Armstrong should have put that over the top. And with nearly 66 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, Elliot Bolton comes off. Chris Stanton comes on. And the other change we made is Mika Peters again having a poor day. I think it's about time he's dropped from the attacking formation for now anyway. Melvin Lambert comes on to replace him. We have a free kick now. 72 on the clock. It's swung in. Melvin Lambert. Oh, unlucky. Armstrong with a goal kick. It's out to Linton. Linton on this side. Linton has Healy behind him. Healy. Forward. Lovely ball, but it's too far in advance of Cam Cooper. And Gregory picks the ball up. Highlight will continue. Punts one long. Spurway brings it down, but heads it straight at Ruff. Sorry, Mike. Stanton gets in there, and it's a penalty. Good save by Armstrong. He has been our saviour today. Is that a turning point? We need to make full thrift of this. Ruff then with the corner swings it in. Melvin Lambert doing the defensive work, but it's still alive. No, and this time Armstrong collects it. Good save. Full stretch by Armstrong. And with 80 minutes on the clock, we've made our final change. Alfie Prescott is on, and I want him to do Prescott things. Can we get a winner? Let's hope so. A free kick. Evans with a free kick. Melvin Lambert. It's got in. 8th goal of the season. Melvin Lambert. It's offside. It's offside. Melvin Lambert just standing in an offside position, in off the post. And not to be our day. We've only managed a draw. And, well, Kieran Evans getting us in front on 46. But Charlie Ruff getting the equaliser on 66. They had a good day. Again, we've not been at our best. And again, Borehamwood have got a result against a side near the top, as we pointed out at the start of this game. 20 shots, 13 on target, 2.33. They should have probably won it. 42% of the possession. We had 10 shots, just 4 on target. 1.12 and 58% of the possession. Not our best day, but thankfully Luke Armstrong was at his best. And so here we are, roundup of the day's results. And, well, that hasn't helped us any at all, that draw against Borehamwood. And it's just how we are at the moment. Bradford City beat Oldham Athletic by a 1-0. Chesterfield have beaten Solihull Moors by 5-2. And Southend beating Yeovil Town 2-1. York City, if we can find York City, they beat Bromley by 3-1. Closes the gap on us a little bit. So that's the games been played today. Chesterfield top then. They've played 27 games, 63 points, 10 points adrift of them. We are in third. Bradford City in second on 62. Played a game more than both of us. But that gap now down up to 9 points will be 6 points if we can do it. So it was only 4. So that draw against Borehamwood not doing us any help at all. Solihull Moors have played a game more than us. They're on 51 in fourth. York City have played the same as us and they are 5th on 50. Barnet are 6th on 50. Then come Halifax Town 7th on 48. And then just outside the playoff places, we are 8 points clear of Eastleigh in 8th. And Aldershot also in 8th, but Eastleigh on goal difference. Then Southend on 44. And then in the drop zone, Scunthorpe, Woking, Kings Lynn and Dorking. And Bournemouth still having that two-match gap on those. But also I noticed Chester got a 3-match gap on Scunthorpe. So the teams in the bottom there not doing themselves any favour at the moment. Today, a 1-1 draw for Scunthorpe versus Fylde. Woking beat Dorking. Relegation battle down there, 3-0. And Kings Lynn Town, they continue their poor form, losing 2-1 to Hartlepool, who were in the bottom there and seem to have pulled themselves clear as it stands. Right, that's the end of the episode. We're going to play York City offline. We're going to come back for Fylde and Aldershot Town. Then we'll come back for Yeovil Town and Chesterfield, FA Cup, FA Trophy, 5th round tie, and then home game against league leaders at the moment, Chesterfield. And we'll see where they are at the next episode. So, Fylde currently in 12th place, Aldershot Town in 9th in the next episode. I hope you can join me for that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire. If you've not been watching that, go and have a look. It's in the playlist. And of course, you can leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series and so forth. New episodes, Bottom to the Top, released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 35. It's out on Friday. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Bye-bye.